Hey Simmers, welcome to Simplified Modding. So today I have a quick tool tip for you. If you've ever wanted to extract icons from The Sims 4, there's actually a really easy way to do that with Sims 4 Studio. If you've never worked with that utility before, there's a link to the download in the description along with a short video on how to install it and get it running on your machine. Once you have it installed, you can go ahead and launch it. And then go to Tools and then Game File Cruiser. This basically gives you the option to sift through all of the files in the game. And there's a tremendous amount of different file types here. I honestly recommend poring over these at some point. It's a really good resource for modders who are interested in how the game works and what assets it uses. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here. But since we're looking to extract icons today, we can go ahead and search for the DST image. Go ahead and check that box. You can see that there are a couple of different file types for images here, but typically if we're looking for an icon or a buff or a career icon or a trait or something, it's most likely to be in DST format. So we've got a bunch of things here. As you can see below, they're pretty jumbled up. Some of this is relevant, some of it isn't. You can go to thumbnails and sift through these. Takes a while to load, it's a little laggy, and a lot of it just isn't really what we're looking for. So we kind of need to find a way to sift through this. Obviously, if you have the group number and the instance number for the item that you're looking for, it's a lot easier to just type those in and sift through that way, but most of the time you're not going to have that information. So we kind of have to figure out another way to find what we're looking for. But if you scroll down a bit and start looking at some of these file names, you can see that a lot of these items are in folders that are organized according to their pack numbers. So EP1 is Get to Work, SP1 was I think Luxury Party, GP1 is Outdoor Retreat, etc. There's a handy guide to all of these on my Simblr if you need a refresher, because there are honestly so many packs and it's kind of hard to keep them straight. A link to that is also in the description. So if we know what pack an icon came from, we can enter that here and use that to help filter these items down. Let's start with the first expansion pack, Get to Work. So type in \EP and 01, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another slash for good measure. And then click filter. It'll take a second to load, so just wait for it. And you can see, yep, these are some of these icons from the Get to Work pack. This is about what we expected, but they're still kind of jumbled in with a whole bunch of other irrelevant stuff. So how can we filter these down more? One of the neat things about icons specifically is that depending on the resolution of the image, the file sizes end up being pretty similar. So if you're looking for, say, buff icons, you can sort by size and most of them will end up grouped together. So let's try that. And if you scroll down a bit, you can start to see, oh, yeah, just as we expected, right about 1.7 kilobytes seems to be the size of the average buff icon in The Sims 4. And if you can literally press the arrow keys to just scroll down the list and try to figure out which one you're looking for. And it's really nice because they're all grouped together, so you don't have to sift through a whole bunch of unrelated stuff. But let's say that I'm looking for a trait icon or a career icon specifically. Those are a little bit bigger, so I have to scroll down a little bit more. Ooh, I think I just skipped past a couple of them. But there's more at around 16.1 kilobytes. So these are also a little bit more mixed in with other stuff, which is unfortunate. And actually this pack is kind of specifically like this. It's one of the only ones I've seen this problem with. But yeah, you can still, sift through them until you find the one that you're looking for. Okay, so let's say that this is the one that I was looking for. Once I've found it, I can just select it in the results pane and click export to extract the image. Let's give it a name. So Freezer Bunny, oops, Shock, there we go. and save it as a PNG image. There's also the option to save it as a DST image, but PNGs are a little bit more well supported by photo editing software, etc. So just go ahead and use that instead. And if you wanted to also extract multiple images at a time, you can use Shift or you can use Control to select multiple items and then click Batch Export. It doesn't really matter what you name this file. It's basically just a tiny program that auto runs extract to a folder and then deletes itself. So the name really doesn't matter here. Click Save, and you can see the items that we selected are extracted into this folder. And voila, we have a whole bunch more in here. So with that, you should have everything that you need in order to extract an icon from The Sims 4. This can be really, really useful if you're creating a mod with custom traits or buffs and you want to use maybe a pre-existing icon as a template, or you can make a woohoo shirt or whatever. So anyway, I hope this was helpful and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.